Hello and welcome to another Arthritis Help Movement Improvement session where you learn to move differently so you can feel better. I'm Dr. Dave, and today we're going to be talking about tips and tricks for getting out of chairs easier with less strain and less pain. But before we get into that, I want to let you all know about an exercise program that I put together just for you. 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week, full body strengthening program that will be easy on the joints and simple to perform. So if you've ever wanted to get started exercising but you didn't know where to start, or you're afraid you might hurt yourself, I've created a free program just for you. Just click the link down in the description of this video and it'll take you to a page where you'll get the whole program download straight to your inbox, straight to your email. So check that out and get those muscles strong to make all of your movements easier and all of your joints a little bit more comfortable. All right, let's get into it. So today we're going to be talking about getting up out of chairs. And most people that struggle with getting up out of chairs, they fight and they focus so hard on trying to get up that they don't think about the actual most important component of getting up out of a chair, and that's getting forward. And people very rarely talk about this idea of shifting the weight forward in order to get up. So let's think about the physics of standing for a moment. When you're sitting, your hips are your base of support and your center of gravity is balanced over the hips. Since I'm sitting on my butt, I can lift my feet up in the air if I want to and still stay balanced. But when I go to stand, that center of gravity has to move over to my feet in order to allow me to stand up. And if I can't transition my weight forward, I'm going to wind up needing to use arm rests and pushing with my arms. And I get kind of stuck in this position because still I'm up, but my weight isn't forward to get up onto my feet comfortably. So we're going to focus today first on this idea of transitioning weight from your hips on to your feet. So the first thing we want to think about is the distance between the hips and the feet. If you're sitting in a chair and your butt is way back and your feet are way forward, it's going to be super difficult to stand up because your hips have to travel so far over to get over your feet and then allow you to stand up. That long distance makes it much more difficult. So the first thing we want to do is pull the feet back as far as we can comfortably and move your butt forward to the edge of the chair as far as you can comfortably. So that way it's a smaller distance between the butt and the feet. If you have a knee that's painful, it's hard to bend, it's okay to leave that one forward and just pull one foot back and use that as your primary leg to go up and down on. That's fine. It's a nice little trick to keep yourself comfortable and still allow your center of gravity to move forward easily. So now we're in this position. We're just going to do a little exercise from here. And all I want you to do is you're going to slouch. Give me your best slouch, right? Oh, that's easy, right? Just slouch down. And then we're going to arch and bring the chest and belly forward. And we're just going to do that a couple of times. Slouch down, and then belly forward. Arch the back. And you're going to feel, as you roll back and slouch, you're going to feel your weight start to move backwards into the chair, into the butt, and come off of the feet. And as you come forward and stick the belly out and the chest up and arch the back, you're going to feel that your weight starts to load the feet. You're going to start to feel the weight of your body over your feet, that your feet are holding you. That if I were to move my feet right now, try to pick them up, I would fall down because they are supporting me. And when we're transitioning into standing, we want the weight to be over the feet. We want the feet to support us. So I want you to feel that idea of going back and going forward. Now, some people, when they try to stand up, they throw their head forward, but they throw their body back, and they're kind of fighting themselves. They'll never be able to get up from that position. We need to be able to find belly forward. So just doing this little rock, hands on the knees, makes it nice and easy. Just rocking back and forward kind of loosens you up and gets you ready for that transition to stand up. So now once we're going forward, I want you to feel how much weight is loading up into the feet. Come back and load up as much weight into your feet as you can, and then I want you to lean forward to load even more, and then come back. And we're going to see how much weight can we put into the feet, how much can we load the feet up. And ultimately, we want to see if we can get off of the chair and be completely on the feet as we come back. So the butt actually rises, the butt actually floats off of the chair, off of the surface, and you're completely on your feet. Now, I want to caution you, be careful. A lot of people, when they're doing this, they're going to try to use momentum. They're going to give you one of these to try to get up, right? If you feel your breath go, or if you feel yourself move in a quick or jerky fashion, that's using momentum to get up. and not using control. And we're really striving here to get nice muscle control, slow and smooth movements. You can use momentum to help you, but that's not really the optimal way to go, and it is more dangerous and maybe more stressful on the joints. So we want to arch, get the chest forward, get the breastbone forward, lean your body forward, reach with your heart rather than your head, reach with your heart forward over your knees until the butt floats up in the air, and then come right back down. If you cannot get forward enough to bring your backside off of the chair, that is okay. Just go to a higher surface. You can either put a bunch of pillows underneath yourself, or you can sit on a low countertop or a table, something that's a little bit higher that will allow you to find this forward and then work your way down as you get stronger, as you master the movement. So we're going to come forward, and then once we get the chest and body over so the butt can float up, we can start to think about driving up. As we drive up, there's a few key things that will make this so much easier and so much gentler on your joints. When we get up, we want to rise up by doing two things. One, driving down through your heels, and two, pulling your knees backwards in space. Okay, I'm going to show you what that looks like now. We're going to reach forward with the heart, chest, get forward so that butt starts to float, and now I'm going to drive down through my heels and pull my knees backwards in space in order to stand up. Okay, I'm going to show you that one more time. Chest forward, weight over the feet. The knees are going to drive backwards as I push down through the heels to come up. The knees going backwards is super important because it really kicks on the thigh muscles and it takes the stress off of the knees. I see a lot of people drive the knees forward, and that's where the pain comes from. So as they lean forward, I'm going to show you what not to do now. As you come forward and your butt comes off, if the knees go forward over the toes as you come up, it drives all this force, shearing force into the front of the knees as you go to stand up, and that's only going to exacerbate problems that you have in the knees. So you don't want to feel as you come up those knees rocking forward or the heels popping up. You want to feel those heels drive down and the knees pull back, so that way you come up to standing. So if you can do that, sit to stands will get a lot easier. If you practice between those two and feel the knees going forward versus the knees going back, you might feel that you can induce pain when the knees go forward. You can reduce pain when the knees go back. So it's a good way to teach you what your habits might be and how you can correct them and make yourself feel a little bit better. So if you do those three things, get your body over your feet, bring your center of gravity over your base, glide off, and then pull the knees back, drive the heels down to stand up. Getting out of chairs is going to be a lot easier and a lot more comfortable. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I can't wait to see you all next week with a whole new video where you learn to move differently so you can feel better. Take care, everyone.